work a plan now. Can't I? I remember when you lame players hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking is...
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Washington Commanders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And some room to work. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Santos' kick is up and through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
12.
Now a give, right side. Kirkpatrick. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Here we go. Eleven.
Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They go play action with Burrow. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. He is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking a fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed him right there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
On 2nd down and 4. Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here we go. Stop.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Dancing under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on first down. He's got it to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of...
And this is caught. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. On first down, Kirkpatrick. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll run for it with Connor. And I don't think he got in. He didn't. He's stoned at the 1-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Commander defense able to hold. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Complete. It's Dotson. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. On the counter, Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. first down, it's Herbert. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington, and he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
11 mighty.
Burrow will throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now they send a man in motion right.
11.
On second down now, Kirkpatrick. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Thomas.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kirkpatrick. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what? It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week 1 contest. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
11.
Williams, the man in motion left. On second down, Kirkpatrick. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Gibson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
11 MT.
They'll try the left side. Kirkpatrick. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Burrow. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Burrow. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. That one complete out to Dotson. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To the air again, Herbert. Throw right side complete to Dotson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Herbert now. Able to connect with Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A give running right, Gibson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 99 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Once more, Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now in Cincinnati. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Santos' kick is up and through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes...
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
Burrow on play action. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Harrington. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself,
but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
11, mighty, 11.
Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They go play action with Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Here we go, here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Kirkpatrick. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now it's Burrow. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Burrow. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. A give up the middle to Gibson. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys,
Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Gibson again. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Straight ahead, Gibson. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. They snap it to Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.